Hello my friends, and what is up? Ultimus here with you again, bringing you another video about the Warlords of Draenor beta. I had a request to examining the Shaman class from the angle of races, now specifically comparing the Orc to the Dwarf race. So I thought it would be a good idea to start on the character selection screen just to give an idea of how the Dwarf looks compared to the Orc. So you see both look rather intimidating in their sets. Orcs are just brutal and look like they're ready to tango, and the dwarves have that gorgeous, short, stocky, built like an oak tree look to them. So they both look pretty fabulous with their axes. They're ready to go. I figure the best way to probably do this video will be to gather footage of each race, basically mimicking the same movements and rotation, combat, etc. from similar angles, and then just line them up back to back for the sake of comparison. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So first we're going to take a look at the Orc. As you can see, the walking animation, quite nice, very intimidating, sort of a brooding walk to him. Looks like he's not here to mess around, he's playing for keeps. And then we toggle run back on, you can see he still has that similar sprint to him, but again a lot more fluid, of course with all the models updating and such of that. Now taking a look at the Dwarf, so you can get a look at the walk that the Dwarf has. You can see just trying to, of course, as Blizzard has to keep all of the walking paces the same. For the sake of balance, you can see the Dwarf moving his feet quite a bit faster than the Orc just to keep pace. I think it's kind of funny, but they look cool. Just with the jumping animations and just the details on the beard and such, looks pretty cool. And we'll toggle the walk off and go for a full-on sprint. So definitely trucking around the field there. Move, priest. I got things to do. Oh, look, there he goes. The next brings us to combat. We're going to try to get a look at the Shaman Orc and Shaman Dwarf from all angles, back, sides, front, all things of that, just to give you a feel for what the Orc looks like from all angles in combat. One thing that I think is worth mentioning, originally in our spell animations video, we went over what's been updated and not, and as you can see there, capacitor totem has been updated a little bit. Much like we thought it would. Definitely a heavier blast there rather than just the little dinky electric shock that we have now, so pretty spiffy. Now nothing too complex here for the rotation, just kind of going back and forth between Storm Strike, keeping Flame Shock up, dropping a Lava Lash out there, maybe a Lightning Bolt or a Chain Lightning. So that's kind of a cool casting animation there. Hunched over and just ready to bring some pain. So pretty heavy-handed on those Storm Strikes with the two axes going in for the kill there. Definitely a big fan of that. So definitely a very brutal, aggressive fighting stance and style from the animations coming from the Orc. And then of course we have Ascendance, which is a little bit bugged, I think, right now. Looks like we're just nudging the target there with our shoulders. That's actually kind of funny. I'm kind of glad I caught that on video. Now we're going to be taking a look at Dwarf combat. Same feel, same idea behind the Orc. We'll go through a pretty similar rotation, just looking at all angles here of the Dwarf. I do like that casting animation from that front hand instead of the back. I like that jump for the dwarves with Storm Lash there. Lightning Lash, or sorry, Lava Lash a little bit weak I think on the animation, but look at that jump there for Storm Lash. A little bit dinky on that Lava Lash I think, but that's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's take a look at Capacitor Totem just for sake of update from our spell animations video, because it looks so cool now. And as soon as our wolves fade, we'll get an up close look here from the front, I think. The jump. There's the Ascendance. Yep. Still bugged for the Dwarf too, unless it's supposed to do that, then that doesn't quite make sense. Either way, it's kind of funny. Just nudge. And be bumpy with my elbow. Nudge, nudge. Nudge, 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 nudge. So all in all, pretty cool little animations depending on what you're into, of course. Personally, my favorite shamans are Tauren. I think the Tauren make the coolest looking shamans. But this has been our video taking a look comparing the Orc Shaman to the Dwarf Shaman, and then of course you've already seen some videos with the Draenei Shaman as well. As close to side-by-side comparison as I could. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Hoping to continue to grow the channel and hit that 100 sub goal during the month of October, and then we can celebrate with a live stream. Over the next week or so, the video count on a daily basis might drop down to maybe about 1 video a day, depending on what footage I get. I may have time to do 2 because I'm going to begin heavily working on our Farewell to Mist of Pandaria PvP montage. I want to get that out before patch 6.0.2 launches, that pre-Warlords of Draenor patch that gets everything switched over to the new system and all that stuff, and all these things get implemented, which I cannot wait for. The sooner the better, but I realize that's right around the corner, and if I want to get that video out and actually have it be good, I need to start working on it rather than just compiling footage. That will quite possibly affect the amount of videos that I'm able to put out on a daily basis, because obviously I need to put the time editing into that. So hopefully it will be worth it. Hopefully you guys will be looking forward to it. And that's all I got to say about that. So I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.